Now that was an absolutely exciting card. Let's give a round of applause, my people. Let's give Copper Box Arena the DAZN card headlined by George Liddard and Tyler Denny the respect that they deserve, because the wars and the knockouts that we got to see on that card today were absolutely ridiculous, man. First off, respect to Tyler Denny. Respect to that guy going into that fight as a huge underdog. Plus 500, plus 800, was an 8-1 underdog going in there against the British Commonwealth and now IBF Intercontinental Middleweight Champion of the world in George Liddard. George Liddard started off hot. Almost got Tyler Denny out of there in the first 3 rounds. You're thinking, nah, this ain't going the distance. George Liddard, who now is 14-0 with 8 KOs, went in there 13 wins, 8 KOs. It's just a must-watch fighter, man. Every single time he steps in that ring, this guy, it's so exciting. It's so exciting, man. He gasses out in the 3rd round, the 4th, 5th, and 6th round. Tyler, and hey, you know what? It takes 2 to tango. Tyler Denny comes back, in my opinion, and wins round 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Then round 7 comes. I had George Liddard winning that round. Round 8, I thought George Liddard won the first half. The second half, Tyler Denny ended it off strong. You could have gave it to either fighter. Round 9, I thought Tyler Denny win for sure. And it was looking like it was a close fight going in to the last 3 rounds. But George Liddard was able to, when she started off strong, got tired, was able to find the second win. And in the last 3 rounds, around 10, 11, and 12, came back and looked fantastic. Tyler Denny was still landing these great shots every now and then. And throughout the fight, was landing huge shots. Shots that I was like, my goodness, George, pick up your hands. Be careful. I thought if he gets hit with one of those again, if he continues to get hit like this, he's sure to go out. George Liddard showed he had a chin. Tyler Denny showed he had a chin. It was an absolutely fantastic fight. A great way to finish what was, from top to bottom, a ridiculously exciting card. George Liddard now is, he already was the Commonwealth and British champion, the middleweight champion, but now holds the IBF Intercontinental bout, which is absolutely amazing, man. 14-0, 8 KOs. Can't wait to see what's up with this guy in the future. At 160 pounds, we got Carlos Adames for the WBC and Austin Ammo Williams, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. The middleweight division is starting to get more and more exciting as we move on into the year 2026 now. My goodness. One of the knockout of the years. Knockout of the goddamn year. From Leli Buttigieg. Leli Buttigieg. 9th round TKO stoppage against Jake Dawson was absolutely ridiculous. I was sitting down on my couch. I jumped up and was like, oh! You're talking about a guy who, it was close going into the 9th round. One of the judges literally had Jake Dawson winning the fight. The other 2 had it a draw, 4-4. A fight where Buttigieg dropped his mouthpiece out of his mouth about 6 or 7 times. The ref took away 2 points. 2 separate points. Because Leli Buttigieg kept dropping his goddamn mouthpiece. What are you doing? It looked like it was getting close. Jake Dawson, you know, in the 7th and the 8th, was throwing these ridiculous flurry combinations, was landing. Buttigieg was landing hard, vicious shots. And all of a sudden, in round 9, landed a ridiculous combination that sent the neck of Jake Dawson behind his head. It was a ridiculous, brutal knockout. The dude got up and just couldn't stand still, man. The ref says it's over. And what was, some people are calling it a comeback. It was a close fight. For sure, he was down on one of the judges' scorecard. My goodness, bro. Now, that was a memorable win. I was watching, it was like Najee Lopez last week on Pro Box TV. Memorable fights with memorable finishes. Now, that is why we love the sport of boxing, Buttigieg, man. that was, my goodness, one of the knockout of the year contenders for a fact, all right? Now, two prospects that I want to, I mean, everybody else was fantastic. Adam McCall, another prospect, 5-0 now, getting a stoppage. But there's two prospects that I want to talk about. One of them is actually the English lightweight champion at 135 pounds, was just beefing it with Kermel Moten after their sparring session.
Yeah, but there's no contract though.
Nigga, your people talk to my people, said they wanted it, nigga. And I accept it,
Name me a person that did it. Name me.
Nigga, who talked to my people, nigga?
Who called you?
Nicole, nigga.
Who's Nicole?
Nigga, I don't know. They talked to Nicole, nigga.
Hey, if you get my contact with my manager Anto, then sweet, we get it done. No problem.
Let's do it there. Let's do it there, nigga. Let's do it there.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, make it
happen, man. We have to do it in the ring, no problem.
Of course.
Let's do it.
Of course, nigga. You the one got to UK and talk, nigga.
Huh?
You went to UK and started talking,
I didn't even talk. They didn't open it up. But I know what happened though. You know what happened.
You know what happened, nigga. You ain't talking about that eye. You ain't talking about that eye, huh?
Giorgio Vioselli, who just won today, unanimous decision against Giles. Looked fantastic. Got a knockdown in round 5. I thought he could have did a little bit more to get the finish. But at the end of the day, this guy is just so skilled. He's technical. 11-0 now. Never been beaten. He's only 22 years old. And is getting a lot of hype behind him. Was a standout amateur boxer. And has hit the boxing scene. Everybody's watching out for this kid now. Has been picking beefs with the right people. With Kermel Moten, you know, starting all this hype behind him. He looks fantastic when he's in that ring, man. He looks absolutely fantastic. We got to let that fight marinate a little bit more. Both fighters are still young in their careers, but my goodness, man. This kid, Giorgio, I consider him to be some of the, you know, elite young fighters. When you're talking about Abdullah Mason, he's the 21-year-old youngest champion in the lightweight division in the sport of boxing, but he's the WBO lightweight champion. Giorgio, my goodness, man, the addition of him in this division, I don't know if he's going to be able to compete, you know, with, you know, these bigger lightweights and guys like Raymond Mortaya and these dudes, but I can't wait to see what's going to be what's up with this kid, man, because there's so many people in the lightweight division. It's ridiculous. Imagine him versus Andy Cruz. I mean, just imagine the fights that they could set up with this guy. It'll be absolutely exciting, man. But Giorgio looked fantastic. He got the win. And I want to talk about, give a little bit of feedback on the guy who opened up the card. Louis Ward made his professional debut. 3-time national amateur champion. Is, I believe, 22 years. Is he 21, 22 years old too? He came in here against a cat who had 4 wins, 24 losses. At one time, he had like 13 wins and 13 losses in a row with 1 draw. And it was just bad, bro. It was bad. I thought Louis Ward looked good in the fight. I thought he looked like an exciting fighter and elusive guy. He has long range and actually uses it. But the goddamn defense on this kid, Louis Ward, the defense on this guy, he was the guy to open up the card. I was sitting there saying to myself, because I love breaking down young fighters, prospects that are coming in the game to see just how good they are. Louis Ward has the potential to actually have some great skills. But this dude cannot keep his hands up. He puts his hands to his side all the time. And I see a lot of openings. The dude he fought with a horrible losing record, and by the way, was 40 years old, was shockingly landing some clean shots on Louis Ward. Now, at the end of the day, that was his first professional fight. But sometimes you see it in some people, and sometimes you don't. Louis Ward, he needs to pick those hands up. He's very young in his career still. There's still a lot of things that he needs to work on. He's got a lot of catching up to do when you're talking about some of these other 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds in the sport of boxing. There's a lot of catching up to do, man. But absolutely fantastic. The whole card was ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel bringing you my reaction.